What you guys are certainly going down as one of the most exciting teams in college football. I mean, 5 straight weeks, even North Texas was 21-21 for a while. What does that take a toll, or would you like a breather?
Um, no, I mean it's fun. I mean I know it can get stressful at times, but I know it's these are fun games to play in. I know they're fun for the fans, and I think it really is made some guys on the team grow up a lot and understand that this is the SEC. Every week there's going to be tough games. Every week it's going to come down to, it's going to take all 60 minutes plus more. So we got to be, those young guys got to realize that. I think they, like I said, they definitely have grown up and helped us out a lot.
When y'all were going through last Saturday and players dropping left and right, how did the play calling change at all? Did Mike have to? I mean, for one, it was kind of like who's in there now, who do you have? But did the play calling?
Not really. I think we ran our offense the same. Definitely would love to be at full strength, but injuries happen. It's football. It's those things are going to happen, and it's just the next guy up. And then those young guys, especially the receiving position, are just going to have to work a little extra hard this week. We already started getting some extra time in yesterday, working on some routes after practice. We're going to have to do that every day this week. Work before practice, during practice, and then after practice. To make sure our timing's on, and they know what I'm looking for, and I know that what they're looking for, and things like that, so we're ready to go.
Aaron, extra hands-on for you in terms of leading those guys into getting ready to play on Saturday?
Oh, definitely. I got to make sure they know what I'm looking for out there, and we're going to have to put a lot of extra time in out there in practice to make sure our timing's on and everything like that.
How much did Wooten step up in that situation where there were a lot of guys going down?
Oh, a lot. I mean, Woot's an awesome receiver. He's just been played with injuries for a few years, but a guy who I have a lot of trust in, a guy who I know can make a lot of plays for us, and he made some pretty big ones for us this past week at a position he really hasn't played too much at all during his time here at Georgia.
What about Missouri's defensive front? Do they look better than they were last year?
Oh, yeah. Very physical. They get off the ball. They play extremely hard. I mean, they rotate, pretty much all their guys, so they're able to stay fresh, play hard, but all over. Very good defense. I think they're one of the top teams when it comes to interception, so I got to be on my A game, be accurate, be decisive with my decisions, and put the ball in the money.
Rick was saying they don't actually bring the safety down in the box too much, meaning there's going to be a lot of different coverages you're going to have to really concern yourself with in this one.
Yeah, they're not going to try to trick you. They trust what they do defensively. They've been very successful with it so far this year. We just got to make plays when they present themselves to us.
You talk about the running guys. How much faith do you have in the two freshmen back there, and can you still run the same kind of offense with them as you do?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of faith in those guys, and I think it all starts with the offensive line. They've done a great job of creating some great running lanes, giving me time. But those two running backs are very talented. Not only running the ball, but catching the ball in the backfield can make a lot of great things happen for us. So, I have a lot of trust in them. I know they know their protections, they know their running game, they know their checks. And they're definitely going to be ready to go. And they're going to get a lot more work this week in practice, too. So that's even more reps for them to continue to get better and better.
Can you reiterate a little bit what you're talking about, the extra work you're giving the guys who haven't had as many reps at this point?
It's just going to be a lot of before practice, during practice, and especially after practice of getting with those young receivers. I mean, yesterday we worked on 2 or 3 routes. Tonight, after practice, we're going to stay and, work on a few more routes just every day. Just working to make sure we're all on the same time.
Hey, during that run, did you think you can take this to the end zone?
When I got through the first 2, I was like, oh man, there might be a chance. But I'm not as fast as that dude was chasing me, so I was just happy to get down to the 3-yard line and let the running backs take it the rest of the way.
What was your longest run at Plant? Do you remember?
Probably not that far either.
Really?
I mean, I ran a lot more in high school. But I don't think I ever had like a 57-yarder.
Does that give you some confidence? I mean, it didn't.
A little bit. I mean, I'm not going to start just pulling it down like crazy every now and then. But if I do see a hole, we talked about all year extending plays, making plays with my legs. Definitely a few more plays this week with my legs, extending the play in the pocket, and then obviously the run right there. So definitely trying to be more athletic this year.
Do you feel on any level, kind of confounded by the circumstances as they've come down? I mean, this is everybody on deck, it was clearly going to be one of the best offenses Georgia's ever put on the field, and maybe it still will be. But you know, I mean, you keep looking around, it's like, really, you're going to take that guy out?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
stinks. You know, you want to be at full strength, and we've just been playing so well with all of our guys right now. So it definitely hurts. But you know, we have a lot of talent. We've done a great job of recruiting. We knew the receiving position was extremely deep. I mean, it's not just, you know, 3 or 4 guys. We knew we had 7, 8 guys that could play this year if need be, and those guys are going to have to play, and I know they're ready to go.